It's Go Coach, Coach T Flow, and welcome to Coffee with Coach. I love my little coffee mug. I don't even know who gave me this shot, the CB&T. If you have a brand or company corporate mug, I would love it if you send me one. 4701 Buena Vista Road is the address to the gym. I'm just stuck on this one because it's the only one I got. I need to get me my own custom 4.0 mug. I think that should be on my agenda. That's what I want. But this is a sturdy mug. If it fits a nice amount of coffee, so I don't have to go back and make another cup. Drink this, and I'm good. What's going on, guys? Good morning. I bet y'all like this guy loves going live. Yes, I do. I am a live streamer, content creator, and I love it. Let me just make sure that I am coming in clear because I am actually using a different um I'm using a different amp this morning, something that's a little bit more easier to hook up. So the one that I normally use is a Roland F8. A Roland F8 definitely gives good, great audio, but it's a little bit more cumbersome to put together. So let me see, and I'll be able to check this by I got an old iPhone, it's iPhone 8 or something. But let's see what the iPhone 8 pulls up. So we should be able to go to the iPhone and I should actually be able to hear myself. So let me turn it down. I don't want it to be coming in too loud. Okay. With this being an older iPhone, the configuration is a little bit different. Okay, let's see if it popped up. I don't even see the light. There we go. There we go. There go the light. There we go. See, there we go right there. And the problem is that I see, and I'm gonna have to go ahead and I'm glad that's working though, because I ain't pull this thing out. That's what I'm saying, guys. When it comes to gear, and I know I'm all over the place right now, but just bear with me. When it comes to gear, this piece of equipment is the Presonus Audio Box USB 96. It's old. It's old, but coupled with the Shure SM7, this is like you see these right here a lot on a lot of podcasts. This is kind of like the textbook go-to podcast mic right now. Everybody's using the Shures. But put with together with a older piece of equipment, I think we got some good audio coming out. Y'all see them dogs. Now don't act like y'all don't see them dogs. You know, I think when it comes to being a older, middle-aged African American who has went through the war, you know, we was the beginning of the. This might sound crazy, but this is we our generation was at the beginning of the America's war on drugs, um, and that was in my case being a former hustler. It's like a lot of people my age don't look like I look, and I'm not trying to say I'm better than anybody. I just made different decisions in my life when it came to my appearance. I look worse in my late 30s than I look now. If you go back and look at some of my, albeit, people say I look better. You don't look necessarily younger, but you look better. You know what I mean? Me and a friend of mine was going through some of the photos, and she was just kind of critiquing. She was like, "You look like this back when you were this age. You look like this when you was that age," and that's the case a lot of the time, especially if you're not doing your body right, you're not treating your body right, your weight can spiral, or you might even be within your bounds of weight for your height, age, and gender, but the insides is just messed up, your skin bad. So it's a lot of other variables that go into that. So I am happy to look like I look. I'm in the beginning of the 50th century, but I love it. I love it. I love it when it comes to, like I said, I see some of my classmates. I'd be like, damn. And I want better for them. And that's why I put this gym here, to be honest, because a lot of my classmates still in the area. Some of them have moved away, but for the ones that are still in this area, I had them in mind putting this gym on Buena Vista Road, even though they don't come. But we don't have to look like our grandparents at 50. And my whole thing was, and you'll hear me say this, kind of like my moniker. This ain't your granddaddy 50. This that new. This that new, baby. And I try to really live by that. I remember, and maybe my grandfather was, at my earliest memory, he might have been a tad older than 50, or maybe even in his mid 50s. But I remember how he looked in his mid 50s. And even though we are the same blood, he was a hard working man, very hard working man. And, of course, when it came to fitness and stuff like that, living in Alabama, they didn't prescribe to that. So we definitely look different. If you look at my granddaddy, I'm just going to say maybe 55, 56, and look at me, I'll probably look more like his son than equal in age. And that's not a smear. That's just keeping it 1K, because the advancements in knowledge, food, diet, and a lot of people in the country, if you look at them, they eat from the farm. They eat out the woods, eat from the farm. So I don't know if it's so much the food as it is lifestyle, self-care, recovery, stuff like that. Because they work sun up, sundown. Excuse me. They're just a hard working life. Excuse me. It's hard working life. And it takes the toll over the years, being out there in that sun, day in, day out. So nowadays, I seen a mom, grandmom. She was 63. When I say TT, hold her own against any 30-year-old. I mean, like, she didn't have no flab. She could tell she worked out. She was just 63. At the end of the day, she was just 63. Everything else was on fleek. TT was straight. Albeit, social media, we show people what we want them to see. But she had on her workout outfit and flat stomach. She turned around. I could tell she had a natural booty, no surgery. And she didn't have the, sometimes people had a little hang time right there, get a little older, had a little toned arms. I mean, and her thing was she's always took care of her body. She's always took care of her body. So that's what we need to do, guys. Just, pay attention to it. And the body has a resilience. The body has a resilience to bounce back. You ever seen those pictures or online where somebody will show like a meth addict and they'll say they've been sober a year? They'll show them at their worst, and then they'll show them with the bounce back, the recovery. Look how they look when they recover. They look so bad when they geeking and just on that trip. Swords on their face, geeked up looking, and then they bounce back and like a totally different person. The body is resilient. Okay, so let's talk about the 3 things, or things, don't do these things if you're trying to lose weight. One of them is gonna make you say, "Now wait a minute, coach, what the hell are you talking about?" But I'm gonna explain myself. But before we get into the topic of the day, guys, I just got to ask. I got to ask. What do y'all think about the president's tenure or itinerary up till now? It's been a lot of things going on since Trump has took the presidency. And some of you might be like, "I'm not on here for no politics," but this is a podcast. This is the Coffee with Coach podcast, and we just kicking the bobo, y'all. We just kicking. Ain't nothing wrong with kicking the bobo, chopping it up a little bit. And one of the things I wanted to ask was, did you vote? And if you did vote, did you vote for him? It's ridiculous, guys. In my opinion, this is just my opt-in. Some of the things he's doing, if Biden or Obama did it, the right would be losing their mind. I mean, the exact same thing. That's the thing. It's not with a provision. If Biden would have said, "Damn it, I'm putting a tax on Canada and Mexico," the right would have said, "If you do that, you're going to make prices go up for the average American, for red America." But to me, what was worse than that was he called the bluff, then he backed down. Oh, if you're going to call a bluff like that and back down, you're showing weakness to other countries. That's exactly what he did. You made a threat. and then you backed out of it. If you're into Bitcoin and stuff like that, it tanked. It tanked when he did that. You know, he owns a lot. He owns a lot of shares in Bitcoin. I mean, it's just, guys, this is ridiculous. The federal freeze, same thing. You want to make a freeze on all federal grants and loans and stuff, but somebody got in your ear and said, you know, that's for red states too. It's not just for blue states. And you realize, you got to think, guys, when it comes to, and you know, of course, pop culture is gonna always make you think that when it comes to welfare, when it comes to helping people, blacks get the majority of the money. They're gonna always make you think that, for they can manipulate your mind. That's the furthest thing from the truth. Whites get the most funding. Whites get the most food stamps. White gets the most subsidies by far. You got states like West Virginia, Kentucky, Tennessee, where you got communities who live off government grants and subsidiaries because there's no jobs, old mine towns, shit like that. They get the food stamps, they get the health care, they get the with the kids' Head Start programs. The same people, it is just a derogatory term for demonstration purposes, for description purposes, not to really just categorize a group of people, but they call them hillbillies or trailer park trash. Those type of white people, like they call black people hood, the ghetto. So, you know, we're going to say hood and ghetto, which is hillbilly trailer park trash. It's the same thing, just different race of people. But those voters right there, those policies are going to directly affect them. The voters who voted for him, the majority, the average Americans who need a little help, you know, some need more help than others, but it's going to hurt some black folks too, but we're resilient. We're going to get around. We'll figure it out. Some of them have no other choice. The veterans, out of you veterans, I think 65, 67% of Army and veterans voted for this guy. Okay, you know, that's what y'all want to do. Y'all didn't want a black woman to be the president, but check this out. He just signed a damn executive order saying all these people that's on disability, but they working. Know what we're going to do? We're going to go reevaluate every last one of them. If your ass getting a W-2, you getting 100%, they about to cut it. Cut it. Now, I know when it comes to, hopefully, most of the African-American peoples, hopefully y'all didn't vote for this clown. But if you did, you deserve everything you get. If you didn't, I feel sorry for you. But that's what's finna go down. So imagine if you got this in your budget where you're getting 100% and you got your regular job, and that's finna get cut by 30%. I mean, 70%. Basically, if you're disabled, I think it was, if you're disabled, if you're getting 100% disability, but you're working, they're going to cut it by 70%. And if you're like part-time, I think it's just going to, you know, they're going to sanction it off depending on how much you work. So you have to make a choice. Are you making more off your disability or your regular job? And get what? It's going to affect white people too. Because a lot is way more white veterans, way more white. It's more white people in the country. So all these policies and things that he do, they just don't affect black people. That's just what the media wants you to think. Black people beating the system. Black people doing this. We gotta, hell nah. Who you think invented beating the system? Real simple. But it goes to show you he didn't give a damn about his constituents. He just wanted the two things. He wanted to avoid prosecution. I think that's what the main thing he wanted to do by being the president. And now he wants to make his rich friends richer. You see, Elon Musk is practically running the country right now. Elon Musk. So, all right, guys, let me get off of that. That's enough of that. Did you vote for him? Did you vote for Kamala? Did you didn't vote? And if you didn't vote at all, you're the worst. You're the worst because maybe your vote would have made a difference. Okay, I'm going for it. Don't do this if you're trying to lose weight, guys. Don't get on this treadmill every day, all day, and just run, or walk. That's not a good thing to do. If you're trying to lose weight, don't strictly be on the treadmill or the Stairmaster or walking outside. Don't do that. Because if you do, yes, you are going to lose weight. But guess what else you're going to lose? You're going to lose muscle tone. You're going to be a smaller version of yourself, but you're not going to have no definition. Have you ever seen the people who we call them cardio bunnies? And I'm not just talking about white girls. What I mean by a cardio bunny is somebody who just run. That's all they do. I was a cardio bunny. And I lost weight. I did lose weight. But my body wasn't like I wanted it to be. Let me just say that. Now, if you got a lot of muscle tone, like if you're like a person who has a lot of muscle tone, and you get into this bunny phase, it might not be so bad for you. But the better thing to do, if you are on a weight loss journey, two things. Of course, nail your nutrition in. Find out what your daily caloric intake is. Cut that for about 300 to 500 calories. Next, if you do want to have what's called a cardio focus or aerobic focus workout regimen, do 10-15 minutes of strength. Work your muscles. Just don't do cardio or aerobic type exercises. Y'all remember that Jane Fonda look back in the 80s, flat dude, slim. You don't want that. You want symmetry. You want shape. You don't want just to be like a line. What my thing at? You don't want to be like this. You want shape. Your body is a canvas. Weights are the paintbrush. You paint your body with weights. You paint with weights. Weights give you that knot right there. Weights give you the booty. Weights give you the back. Weights give you the toned arms. Albeit you'll tone your legs up if you're running. If you're walking, you might not. Like I say, you'll lose the weight, but you'll just be a small version of what you were before. Just don't cardio it out. Invite strength or resistance training into your workout. Now, like I said, if you obese, you big, but your goal is to lose weight, let that be your focus. I'm not saying only to be your focus, but what I'm also saying is invite weights into your training regimen. If you're training an hour, you need to be 45-minute cardio, 15-minute weights. Trust me on it. Next on the list, number 2 is do not depend on a waist trainer or other accessories to lose weight. They are what I just said. They're an accessory. They are a guide. They're not gonna help you lose any weight. Now, I wore a waist trainer on my journey, and it was handed down to me. I had a friend who I was actually training. She hates when I say her name on social media, so I'm not gonna do it. She has risen to the affluent class in the city. You know how they say Blue Ivy be looking at the people down, you peasants. So she wants to remain anonymous. I'm gonna say her street name because she doesn't go by that. Know me. She doesn't go by Know Me anymore. Her real name, her debutante name is totally different now. But Know Me, I was training Know Me, and Know Me had a medium. It was like brand new. It was big when she got it. Keisha Kiora waist trainer. Remember when the Keisha Kiora waist trainer came out? It was all the craze. And Know Me, within working out with me about 3 weeks, it was way too big. It was way too big. She was the Velcro on it. She was going past it because it was just too big. So she was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with this thing. I'm like, I take it. She's like, you want it? It's Keisha Kiora, so I don't give a damn. And it fit me perfect. Perfect. And I wore that thing so long, and I swear it worked. But you know what really worked? My training, my focus, my diet. That's what really worked. Now albeit, I'm a firm believer that they do help, like corsets and stuff. I believe they do help mold. I believe they help with the molding. You ever seen those African ladies with the long necks? They wear those rings around their neck. And you would think that the rings make their necks longer. It's definitely safe to say that the rings affect their appearance. The rings affect their body. Now, that's a given. But the rings are not making their necks longer going up. What the rings are doing is they bear down on the trapezius muscles, and they pull down the scapula in the back. They really bring everything down in the back like a V. So it appears like they got the ET neck, ET phone home, but they really just, this part right here is going down. And they wear these rings. They put them on these girls when they're little and they grow up with them. And they got these long necks looking appearance. But it's really that the necks are normal. It's the I guess the for lack of a better word, the lower necks. It pushes all this down. The clavicle, all that goes down. So that's a form of molding. And I do think with all the other attributes I just named, I do believe that an accessory can help mold you a certain way. But it's not going to do nothing without the other attributes. It's not going to do anything. So don't depend on accessories alone to lose weight. You have to have other things in the equation to be successful. All right. And lastly, guys, don't do this if you're trying to lose weight. Do not take or solely depend on detox teas or fad diets. Don't do it. It's not sustainable. Now, is it okay to fast? I just fasted 2 days ago. I just ended it yesterday. Really, it was 2.5 days. I literally just came off a fast. Was it a no food fast? No, it was a no meat fast. Shout to Tax Now, who does your taxes. My boy, Dabo, my bestie, he went on a no meat fast. He cut pork out of his diet. And then he went on a no meat fast for a little while. He lost a lot of weight. Now, albeit he ate vegetables, carbs, and fiber, he didn't eat meat. And by eliminating meat from his diet, he instantly began to lose weight. And I remember our conversations about it. Me and David have been, when it comes to our training, I could definitely say we are nearing the decade mark of training together, or being around each other with working out, I should say. And I remember this time when he cut the meat from his diet. And what I can say, and the same thing happened to me when I on my recent fast, the bloating. I don't know what meat does to make you bloat, but I remember him saying that the bloating went away. So there's nothing wrong with fasting, but don't depend on fast solely. It's not sustainable. If you want to be a vegetarian, I've seen plenty of vegetarians who and I test them. I have a body fat meter when they come in here. Now I know one got shot to Ray. Ray lean. Ray got muscles. And next time I'm gonna get Ray on the podcast. Next time I see Ray, I'm gonna interview Ray. Ray is not the typical. That joker right there, he got a good physique for a guy who doesn't eat meat at all. He doesn't eat meat at all. My bestie, he has introduced. Now he didn't go back to pork. And I don't think he eat beef like that. He probably seldom eats it, but I think he's more based fish and chicken. But Ray doesn't eat it at all, and Ray's different. But there's so many people who are vegetarians who don't eat meat, and they're overweight. Because typically what a vegetarian doesn't eat meat does, they power up on snacks. They eat other things to when it comes from a calorie point of view, they eat other things that fill in that gap. Okay, you're not eating you're not getting 300 calories and 40 grams of protein off of 8-ounce steak, but you're getting 450 calories off a honey bun, 60 grams of sugar. Go figure. And you're replacing your diet with something that's garbage. Now you have the ones that just don't eat even nothing but veggies, and they're gonna be too thin. Like, I don't eat nothing but veggies and nuts, everything all natural, nothing processed. Them people be thin. You see all that like skeletons. So you got to find a balance, and you got to find something that's sustainable for you. And I can't answer that for you. I can only make recommendations. If I was to cut meat or fish, like I'm done with meat, what I would still do, and if I was confused about it, I might consult with a nutrition coach. Shout out Candid Nutrition. That's what I rock with. But I would find me a nutrition coach and tell them, hey, I'm on my fitness journey. I just eliminated meat from my diet, but I still want to have a healthy source of protein. What are my options? And I'm sure that they would probably prescribe protein shakes. There's different seeds that have protein values to them. Other than not that high, you have to eat for a daily recommendation. You'd have to eat tons of seeds. So I don't think that would be feasible. But you want to be balanced if you're a vegetarian. So just doing the detox tea that's gonna strip you, and that's what fasting does. You don't have to take a detox tea, guys. And I'm not trying to knock anybody who sells the teas, because I know a lot of people sell the teas. I'm not knocking them. Do your thing. Continue to sell snake oil to the people, because if they buy it, that's on them. But you know how you can detox? Don't eat. Drink water, regular water, H2O. It doesn't have to be alkaline. Regular Walmart bottled water. Your body is going to detox itself. When you fast, your body is detoxing. You don't have to go buy a tea from anyone, unless you just want to support that person. There's nothing wrong with supporting an entrepreneur. I'm an entrepreneur. Support me. Send me a donation. But you don't need it. You can detox yourself. Don't eat. Drink water. But don't have that. You can't do that every day. All day. You have to have a strategy when it comes to your relationship with nutrition. If you want to fast, let's say you like, you know what? I'm a fast on Monday. Every Monday I'm fasting, and I'm gonna eat balanced with the 300 calorie deficit every day of the week. That's a good plan. That's a great plan, and you're gonna lose weight. And coupled with a good fitness strategy, you're gonna look good while you're doing it. When you reach your goal, you're gonna be symmetric. You're gonna be toned. You're gonna look great. But if you're doing these 3-day water fasts and come back and now you're doing a low carb fast and then you come back and then you're doing fruits, you're going to have your body out of whack when it comes to nutrients. Even off what I didn't do, I did it day one. I didn't do it day two and the second, third day. I didn't supplement my protein. I did the first day. First day I had a nice fruit medley, and I finished the day off with a protein shake and a half. I finished off with a whole protein shake, and I had made extra, and I drank the other half. But the next day I didn't supplement my protein. Instantly felt sluggish, a little bit more tired. And you might think, well, you got your carbohydrates in, but you're not listening. It's about balance. You got to have balance with these nutrients to make your body, especially if your body is used to balance. My body very much so is used to balance. And even on the third day, I same feeling as the second, because I didn't introduce a supply, the proper amount of balance until basically last night around like 7 something on my last meal. So all day Monday, fruits and veggies, protein shake. Yesterday, fruits and veggies, no protein. I mean, day before yesterday, which was Tuesday. Wednesday, all day, fruits and veggies until last night. Then I introduced some protein with some tilapia. Not much. Went to sleep, felt great waking up. But I can tell you, knowing my body, I need to power up today. Full balanced meals today, hitting all my macros. I still, feel good, but I can tell I'm not at 100. I'm probably at 90. So that's it, guys. Those are the 3 things you don't need to do just to lose weight. And I gave you an example of why you shouldn't do them. Just don't do cardio. Don't depend on accessories, and don't succumb to detox teas or fad diets. Come up with a sustainable plan for you. And if you need help with that plan, putting it together, if you just don't know where to start, you can always come and holler at the GOAT Man at 4701 Buena Vista Road, 4.0 Fitness, guys. I've been doing this for years. I've helped countless people. Like losing a 40 or 50 pack to me now is just like taking candy from a baby. We do that. I got a guy, shot to Travis. He just started. I don't think he's a month in, he's right at a month in. And we've already dropped 22 pounds. 22 pounds. I mean, my program, my procedures, my techniques, they work. They work. How many people been going to PF or Crunch or wherever for forever and they look the same? Or they might have had the initial weight loss, but now they're plateauing. We all know people like that. I know trainers who don't look like trainers. I'd be like, this is with whom you want to place your faith? You listen to this person and they shape like that? I'm not in the best shape of my life, but it GOAT right here. I'll be 52 years old in a couple of months. Come on, man. This that new. This ain't your granddaddy 50 now. They're different. It's different because the techniques and procedures work. So hit me up, guys. Inbox me if you need help. Only thing I say is put me in the game, coach. I need help. I'll get you on a call. We'll get you an assessment, and we'll point you in the right direction of what you need to do on your fitness journey, okay? All right, guys. Till next time, it's the GOAT Man, Coach T Flow, and I'm out. Peace.